We come into this world as pure possibility, with an unlimited and unconditioned imagination. And somewhere along the way, we start to buy into constraints, lack beliefs, anything less than what we really are and what we're capable of. And it seems really convincing because the people that we look up to in the world that seems so real suggest that this is the limitation of what's possible, of what you're capable of. That you have to accept just the way that the world is, and that some things are not even appropriate. You might stand out too much. You may alienate yourself from the rest of the world. So you begin to conform. You begin to compromise yourself, and you begin to dishonor your true self, that infinite creative potential that you are and always will be, which has always been there in the background, unchanged, unscathed, unaffected by these beliefs that you've picked up along the way. It sees right through the illusion of limitation, and it's not inherently bound by anything. It is free, and it remains what you are. In truth, there's nothing preventing you from breaking free of your own self-concept, that sense of self that you become so familiar with that you really believe is what you are. But what if it was as simple as imagining outside of the current perceptions of who you think you are into possibility, to just for a moment believe in something greater, to believe in something beyond what you're used to remember your potential and therefore your capacity to create a whole new reality. And what if then you identified the contrast between who you are now and that version of you in that reality? And you considered what it would take to just be that version, and the way that you're living, and all that you're experiencing and creating, and the reality that you live within. And you start to feel it. You start to explore it within your imagination. You start to crystallize the details of what that is. And then what if you investigated all of the ways that you didn't believe that that was possible? What if you investigated all of the constraints that you're still buying into, which is actually holding that reality away? It's resisting it and preventing it from becoming your life. And what if in letting go of all of those assumptions and concepts and limitations, you then implemented the shift in attitude, in mindset, in behavior, in habit, in thinking and feeling on a consistent basis, which then aligned you with that version of yourself and that reality? And what if you practiced that on a daily basis, moment to moment, until you started to interact with other people and respond to your circumstances with the assumption that it was already done, that it is what you are? And what if it then became so integrated into your sense of self and your experience of reality that you had no reason to believe that it isn't done, because you had initiated yourself through your own imagination and your own willpower to make that shift, to uncover the resistance and the incoherence to that true self, which is free to create, free to be, and free to express itself in the way that it wishes to, unencumbered, unconditioned, unlimited. And while it may not be an easy path to walk, what if it really was that simple? Through that process of imagination, identification, investigation, implementation, interaction, integration, and initiation. What if you declared to yourself right now that you were committed to this process, to this shift? And what if you didn't have to do it alone? Because this is a journey that I've undertaken many times. I've walked this path. I've experienced all the ins and outs and all the ups and downs of it. I have worked with many others and helped them through this process that I have designed from my own experience and from my own transformation. And I can help you, and I can guide you. I could offer support and reflection along the way. And if you're feeling called to explore this and to take that leap, to step out and reclaim your true self, then I would encourage you to consider this invitation, because there is no better time than now, and you will never be more ready than you are right now. And it is not for no reason that you're hearing this message. So if you feel ready, and if you feel willing to make that leap, then don't hesitate. Get in touch, and let's create some magic.